let's just get a quick call through, see who's here. So obviously, DARQs is here. That's my stream. Everyone knows what's going on here. Let's have everyone just call out so I know that you're there and that everyone can hear you and everything's good. So Derek, you there?
Yeah. What's up?
Are you still playing Diablo?
Of course, man.
Alright, so we're gonna get half of Derek. Alex, you there, man?
He said he'll be back.
Oh,
so.
son of a bitch. Alright, so Kevin's there, obviously. Don, you there?
Dolce.
Dolce.
Yeah.
Mexican Dolce.
Yeah, Mexican Dolce.
And then we've got Mr. Phoenix. I was going to say NASCAR, but Mr. Phoenix himself.
That was quick, yeah. That was like
It's Jimmy
20 seconds.
Jackson, man.
Yeah. All right, so let's get things kicked off. So this is the, as I called it, Kaiden Colloquium. Even though 2 players in here aren't Kaiden, so I'm sorry about misguiding everyone into thinking this would be a chat full of Kaidens. But yeah, like basically just gonna mess around, chat, listen to some Evolution on loop, and
Okay,
discuss.
I want to bring up something.
Alright,
I feel it's appropriate now.
Yeah.
Since it just happened yesterday. I'm assuming all of you have seen the Legendaria songs.
Yeah,
of course.
So you've played them, Darks.
yeah, I have.
I don't know if Kevin's seen them. I don't know if Alex has seen them. But what are your?
I see them.
Yeah. Legendarias are very interesting. The feeling that I got from them was very similar to when, you know, when Black and Others came out, and you tried all the Black and Others, and you're like, oh, holy shit! Like these are on another level. Like they're crazy, and you know, they're a nice challenge. I think it's an interesting concept. I think it's a nice way that they can think of bringing in Black and Others from previous styles.
From what I've heard, there's some sort of limitation with the game, the way the game was programmed, the arcade. That's partially a reason why they haven't been implemented yet. So I feel this actually might be a bridge to bring them in like the next style.
Yeah, I think.
really
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah, what kind of like limitations are you talking about? Are you talking about like song limitations?
I don't know. I heard something. The game would have to be reprogrammed somehow to include the extra difficulty on top of it, instead of just having like alternate charts like what they're doing with the Legendaria.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in that sense, it's gonna have to be programmed. But if they just wanted to add more, then like they can just,
No, they can add more.
They can have more charts. There's no problem with that.
I mean,
yeah.
like if they want to add something, like there's no way they could do that.
Yeah.
Like they would have to like reprogram the whole game pretty much.
Yeah.
You were saying Sigmund is apparently like on par with Eyes or Perdidas.
Yeah, look, playing it for the first time, it is really rough. Like, I can barely keep my bar up at 80.
It didn't look that much different from the regular and others though.
Yeah,
But
honestly,
you'd be
like,
very
the last half
surprised.
looks
You'd be
essentially
very,
the same.
very surprised. Like, yeah, the ending is basically the same. But, like, so for the normal clear, I would say it's still about as difficult. But for hard clear, it is a complete other story. Just because all of that extra stuff just adds up. It's like Perdices. You know how Perdices, you're constantly bombarded with dense stuff? Like those extra scratches and those extra little nuances that they add in, just they eat away at your life bar a lot quicker than you think. And
I just feel I'm gonna have to like skip it just like I did regular Sigmund, that I'm gonna have to hard clear it because there's no way I'm gonna normal clear it. Like every time I've tried Sigmund on normal, I always finish like 60% at most.
yeah. Same.
Dude, I wouldn't even bother that shit on normal. I can see my dying on normal.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb. I don't know how you normal cleared it on sight read. So.
I don't know, honestly.
It's fucking stupid.
That was lucky. That was pure luck because I've tried Legendaria like 4 or 5 times and I've gotten nowhere near clearing it.
Yeah, it's hard. It just pretty much looks the same except like the beginning. Like
the beginning is harder and the scratches towards the end also eat away.
And I guess I can see it being like a little harder. But
it is basically it's on par with Perdices and Eyes, I think. Like without.
I mean, I think the normal another is already on par with.
I think maybe Perdidas it is. Eyes just seems kind of a gimmick though. You have to get like the right random to do eyes.
Yeah. All right, Eyes. I mean, in terms of hard clearing, like without a doubt, it is on par with those two.
Like I can't do Eyes. Fuck.
Yeah, fuck Eyes.
Even on slap randoms, I can't do it because it always has a butterfly coordinate at some point in the beginning. Just fucks me up.
Oh,
that song is almost no way to get a good random. Like the Well, like if you get a good beginning, the middle is always fucking awful. Just from like playing it. There is like decent random, but like it's not gonna be as perfect as like a slapping.
Yeah.
Like no, it's fucking that. After EX Hardcore, I just stopped like that fucking song, to be honest.
I'm curious of what Kevin thinks. Kevin, what do you think of the Legendarius so far, seeing as you've seen them?
I mean, I didn't really care that much about Sigmund because I know I can't even clear the first one in the first place.
Yeah.
But in terms of like Ancient Scapes, Close of World, those look pretty similar. It just looked a little more dense, so it doesn't really look like it's gonna be too much trouble. It does look fun, but I mean nothing special.
I think Ancient Scapes is going to be the first one I play whenever we get it.
Yeah.
Just it's the only non-random chart I actually want to play non-random.
No, it's really interesting. I would have played Ancient Scapes as well first, if there wasn't a video of it already. The reason why I played Invoker is because everyone wanted to see Invoker.
Yeah, and then I actually haven't seen the chart for Invoker yet, and then everyone was telling me that there's a bunch of scratches for it, because I like to actually just like, when I play the song for the first time, I like to sight read as much as I can, because that's a real sight read.
There are scratches, it's not as bad as like Plan 8.
No.
DARQs was saying it's kind of like Time to Air Black. I don't think it's even that hard.
I'd say, yeah, it's a
really
bit
just
easier.
a measure.
Yeah, it's just the end measure.
It's the scratches look really spread out.
Yeah,
They
like
don't
they're not
look like all condensed in one section.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the ending reminds me of 9.
Even then, it's not as bad as 9. 9's ending is so much worse than Invoker.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, because it has the torch for it.
Yeah. So, yeah, no way that it's as bad as 9. I thought honestly it was the easiest one out of all 4. So,
It kind of looks like, I mean...
yeah, I honestly think
Close
Invoker's...
the World just looks like a mess.
Oh, Close the World is so hard.
Really
I can't actually describe to you how hard that chart is. It's crazy.
Honestly, I feel like I would actually have a harder time EX hard clearing Invoker than like Sigmund, just because scratches are.
It is interesting that you say that. What about you, Matt? What do you think is... how hard do you reckon the charts are just from seeing them? I don't know if you've seen them or not, but...
Well, like I already said about Sigmund, it really doesn't look too much different from the regular other, but if it's just the beginning, I could see it being a lot harder to hard clear.
Oh, yeah.
Since, like, beginning is usually where you kind of, like, hold bar so you can take the end, but I guess I can see how you're, like, it slowly takes it away, and then the ending just kind of gets you from there.
It is a lot rougher. Like, as I said, JDR didn't even get halfway through, and he tried it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, that scares me.
And you know how good JDR is. Like,
oh, yeah, definitely. But, like, Ancient Scapes, I really, really like how that chart looks, because I kind of felt, when I first tried it, or when I first played the regular another, I felt it was really kind of lacking, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it could have been a lot better than it was, but it's still pretty fun. But
I don't want to see
the...
Sorry?
You do.
I don't want to see Feel the Beat.
I feel the beat's going to be a mess. An absolute mess.
Like, the chart itself is already just everything I hate. Like,
it's already not fun to play.
Yeah. I
felt like... I played it like 5 times. I like it a lot now, kind of. Good practice.
You like shit things.
Guys.
I still think like the actual black and others though that they have like on CS are like way harder in like comparison to like the Legendaria charts.
Yeah.
Well, there's only like 4 out right now, so.
Yeah, I'm
never
just
know
saying
what
like
they're
they didn't.
I don't think they're gonna put anything like Mendez in the arcade.
Oh god, I hope not.
Yeah, man, I'm pretty sure they would. Well, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't put something like that stupid. Like like shit like 4 Pieces of Heaven and like Steel Needle. I still think those are like pretty fucking hard, like in comparison.
I think they'd be interesting to put in actually. Like I think 4 Pieces and Steel Needle would be about the limit.
I mean, even like do it. I mean, okay, I actually like the black and other for that. And like Time to Air, that's like a pretty good black and other chart too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'd love to try Time to Air on AC, honestly, because I haven't played it in like 4 years, so I forgot.
I kind of realized I could probably wrist scratch it on like a CS controller now and maybe pass it.
Why is everyone going scrub tier with wrist scratching? Come on, guys, stick to regular scratching.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I can't do wrist scratching in the arcade, but like I'm pretty sure I could pass in the arcade.
Yeah. Alright. Well, yeah, I'd be interested to see, honestly, what they choose to do with Legendaria, seeing as it's already there. Like, honestly, I don't think in this style they're going to do much more with it. Like,
I'm pretty sure they're gonna. I mean, I don't know. There's how many more Legendary charts? I think there's probably like.
there's 6, didn't you say? Because there's 6 pictures.
Is there 6 or is it 7? Let me check. Hang on. I thought it was 7.
No. I mean, it is cool because what this means is every time there's a new Legendarius song and the next one goes up a beat revision, we're going to get the Legendarius chart and that new song in the same week.
So I guess it kind of makes sense that's why there was like a 2-week interval between the phase 4s and then like phase 1 for a new song.
Yeah.
Because I guess that remaining week is when it gets bumped up into the Legendaria folder.
Yeah.
They just haven't like implemented it yet or whatever. So I don't know.
Wait, what phase are they on right now anyway for the most recent?
Feel the Beat is phase 3.
Phase 3.
Okay,
I thought
I
Feel the
haven't
Beat was
been
phase
to the
4.
arcade for.
No, it's phase 3. If it was phase 4, you'd have the Legendaria chart. So that's going to come out next week, I think.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. I don't want to play it at all. I'm really scared. Now, you guys know about the disc system, right?
Yeah.
Kind of.
I think you get don't you get like 7 discs per game? You start off with 7, you can accumulate them over time.
Okay, here's what happens. So every time that you pay Poselli, you get 6 discs, and if you pay credits, you get 1 disc. So every time you play on Poselli, you instantly get the Legendaria folder. Like, you can unlock it. It's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're playing with credits, you can't unlock the folder unless you have enough discs, and you need to spend 6 discs to unlock the folder. Now, the great thing about this is, if you play with Poselli with someone else, it still only costs 6 discs. So if you both get 6 discs, you can spend 3 each to unlock the song. So when I played with JDR, I accumulated about 50 discs, which means now when I play alone, I could pay credits, and I could unlock the folder, 7, 8 times
Oh, so
on my own.
the discs accumulate after like
Yeah,
however many plays. Oh.
But you only get 6 every time, and that's the thing. Like, in the page, it says, do you save them or use them? Because you could save them up, and then you could just pay credits the
And
whole time.
there's still extra stage, right, for coin mode?
No, there isn't.
There isn't.
I don't think, unless you got enough discs. Because the
there-
first time I played coin mode,
okay.
I didn't have any discs. So I haven't tested it yet. I might go and test it tomorrow. But you have to use discs to get the Legendaria folder. I don't know about actual extra stage though.
But if you only
And
need
you can save up 100 to get a VIP Black Pass too, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, so when you get 100, you get the VIP pass, which I'm trying to do.
You get 6 discs per game.
Yeah, you get 6 if you use Poselli.
And permanently unlock the songs, or you only can play it like once after so many, every 6 discs or whatever.
That's the thing. You have to spend 6 discs to play the song.
Okay.
So it's an interesting system. Like, I think.
Yeah.
I think
So I mean, like, there's kind of no point getting like the VIP pass if you already have 12 is unlocked for a stage, then pretty much.
Well, the VIP Pass allows you to play songs multiple times in a row in standard mode.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, that's
don't know
apparently
what it
a
is.
VIP Pass Gold lets you play all 3 stages guaranteed, even if you fail or not in
that's
standard
cool.
mode. And then
That-
Platinum allows that, along with allowing you to play any level and any song multiple times.
That's awesome. But how many is it for the Platinum Pass? I'm just curious about this.
From what I heard, it's about like 90 Poselli more or something like that extra. Like, I thought, shouldn't it ask you like at the beginning of your game?
Oh, yeah, no, it asks you, but I thought that if you had a certain number of discs, you'd get Platinum as well.
Well, if you have a certain number of discs, you get the VIP Black, which is the 100 disc, but it's only for one game.
Oh,
It's
man.
not like a permanent thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, so if you save up 100
So
discs...
you can apply it towards your next game,
Oh, okay.
and you'll spend 100 discs on that game.
Well, fuck
So-
that. No, I don't want to spend 100 discs.
Or one
So
game?
so it's only one fucking game.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
That's fucking a rip-off.
Okay, good shit.
Well, I mean, it's still, you're just
rip.
playing regular standard mode, and you just get kind of a bonus
Yeah.
perk. I mean, it's better than just coin mode standard mode where you can't do it at all.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but why would you want to play like freaking 4 songs in a row on standard mode? Like the same songs. I mean, like you may as well just pay.
At that point,
fucking
it's
free.
free.
Yeah,
Premium free.
just do premium.
Yeah,
free.
you may as well
It's
go
pointless.
premium free at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess because it's cheaper, so.
Wait, so Daniel, when's the last time you played in the arcade?
Last night, I played all.
Okay, so how many times did you actually play with credit instead of Poselli?
I played one credit game on my way home from work, and there was no free mode. Sorry, there was no extra modes. You could only play standard, Dan. What else is there? Standard, Dan, and
free.
That was it.
Okay, so I'm assuming that you play standard, right?
So standard, you will only get 3 songs.
Okay, so there's no extra stage whatsoever anymore.
Yeah. So round 1 is kind of fucked.
Yeah, I get to go to Super again.
So.
Yay!
So yeah. By the way, Matt, I'm looking into turntables for you. I asked the guy who works there if they have, and he hasn't.
I still gotta look at it again, see what exactly like needs to be replaced. Because I don't really remember. It's been a long time since I've looked at that turntable. But all I remember is that shit. The keys are okay though, since they replaced the springs and the switches and everything, so they feel really good. But the turntable sucks ass.
Okay. So yeah, well, Super's gonna get a lot more business now, since they offered.
Oh yeah.
P-World Poselli and stuff like that. What do you guys think about P-World Poselli? Actually, I'm curious about this.
I really like the idea, personally. I think.
I honestly.
You go ahead.
So I mean, it's pretty cool, but the only downside for I guess only for us is that our fucking arcade gives like bonus, and like over like $20 or something. So we usually just buy like $50 in like tokens, and we get like an extra like $20.
Yeah.
But I guess like
same for Sunny McGothland.
Yeah, so I guess like that's I don't know how it's gonna work with like the Poselli shit. I mean,
they might give you a bonus card or something. Like if they say buy 4 cards, get an extra card.
I don't know. I'm gonna try toss. If they can just take like $10 worth of tokens off our card for the Poselli pass.
That would
like we have like we have like fucking double dollar days and shit, and I don't know. It's kind of shitty if we can't really take advantage of that.
That would
actually.
I guess
the price of the cards, so I mean they could sell you forever.
I don't know how their token system works.
Ever since what is it, Resort Anthem, I felt this was like an inevitability. Like EMUs at some point was going to switch over to Poselli only, and this is just I see this is their first step into that.
Like what features did they have in Resort Anthem though? Was it just
premium free?
Just premium free?
Yeah.
I thought premium free was introduced in what is it? Winkle.
No, premium free.
I think it wasn't. Yeah, I think I remember.
Because I remember Gabe talking about a lot of people just premium freeing to do Shakunetsu over and over again.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was Resort Anthem.
So they had that, and they had VIP passes as well. So just the same stuff they've had for Poselli already.
Yeah, it's always been the same the whole way through. So it's nothing really.
They got rid of League mode though. What the fuck?
League mode?
Wasn't that kind of pointless?
Yeah, what was that? I remember hearing about it, but I never.
Wasn't it? It was only like.
I think it was a way to like judge consistency though. Like it was a way to judge your consistency in timing, or your way to judge consistency in clearing.
You know what they used to have, which also did that, which I'm sad they got rid of? Expert mode. So sad when they got rid of
that was a pretty big bummer. They got rid of that.
Yeah.
Like especially like fucking. Do you ever try to play a course of EX hard? That shit is.
I think I would have cared about EX or expert mode more if program mode had like actual rankings up for it.
Yeah.
That and dam mode. Dam mode, I like going back and playing all the courses and trying to raise my percentage on them, but I would just feel more motivated to do that if
there's a
program
ranking.
mode actually like displayed rankings for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, EMUs has that. They have leaderboards for the dam.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Yeah, I know. Like I've mentioned it to Tao a couple times. He's never done anything with it.
I've asked Tao about a lot of stuff too, and he's sort of just shrugged it off.
Honestly, I don't think he freaking cares. How many fucking Kaidens are on the program mode? Like less than 10 or something.
Yeah.
But even for like the lower dams,
there's only 3 right now.
Oh yeah, man. I haven't been to the arcade for like a fucking month already. So
I'm just as good as Derek.
Yeah.
What?
I'm just as good as Derek right now.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
You're in the club.
Yeah, I'm in the club.
Yeah. Alright, so it's interesting to hear what you guys are thinking about it. To be honest, the Japanese people have sort of gone with it very easily. Like, no one's really seemed to care. Like, people are still going to go to the arcade and spend money. They just have to do it through Poselli now. What's very interesting, though, is that they've raised the Poselli prices throughout all arcades by 10 points since the change.
Wasn't it because that tax shit.
Yeah, the taxes went up, but I mean, even places that didn't need to do it did it. For example, Nova gets more than enough income off people playing games, and they raised it by 10 points. So what I think might have happened, I don't know. I need someone to clarify this from Programmed World, but they might have raised the minimum price of Poselli.
Oh, from what Anthony was saying, or someone posted in the Program World group, they said 100 is the lowest you can go. Someone told me 200 was the lowest, and that just fucking.
Fuck that! No. See,
yeah,
the thing is,
I would not pay $2.
The thing is, I've seen places that charge 90 Poselli. In Toyogawa.
Yeah, you can go lower than 100. I think it's just 100 is the standard because most arcades do $1 per credit.
I think they're saying you can.
They said you could set it for any what is it, Poselli price you want. It's arcade discretion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they said the minimum is 30%. So I mean I think 30% is probably the lowest or something.
Yeah,
and
so it can't be 100. It can't, because I've seen places with lower. There was one place which had freaking 78 Poselli credits. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna go crazy here. But yeah, it's definitely not 100. I've seen places with lower, so.
So, I don't know if you saw earlier, Derek started proposing an EX hard clear rating system, kind of like how Click Again has the normal hard clear one.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even post it, and it was kind of just for fun, and I was kind of bored, so I just did.
It's an interesting thing to pick up, though. I mean, it's interesting to see how you bracket things, because your perception of how difficult things are to EX hard clear are way different to what I thought. There were some songs which you had in brackets that I would never bracket together. For example, the one I brought up in chat was Quaver. You said Quaver was a 10.
Oh yeah, okay. The only reason why I kind of put that at a 10, because I mean there's a few parts in that can kill you pretty. I just base it off the song how much bullshit is in a song. So I mean Colors of course is rated kind of high, because I mean the ending is pretty fucking bullshit. And Quaver has maybe 1 or 2 parts that can kill you pretty bad.
Yeah.
Honestly, I gave my opinion on it earlier. I was discussing this with Matt. I don't think you were here though.
Yeah.
My opinion on EX rating system is it just kind of seems redundant. Because if you're at a point where you're trying to EX hard 12s, you can probably clear or hard clear the majority of the 12s already. So you already know what you're good and what you're bad at.
Yeah.
So it just seems at that point it comes down to personal preference as to what you can EX hard for.
But well, I mean still
12, my first 12 was broken, and then there's people who do Gigadelic for the first 12, and I struggled with that one for a bit. So.
Okay, but there's still some songs where it's just there's one ridiculous that can kill you, and even on hard mode, it's still doable.
Yeah, I
understand. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of. I'll say it's pretty hard to rate shit on EX hard, but I mean, a good example would be Please Don't Go. On hard bar, it's still fucking doable, and it's probably harder on normal bar, and but on fucking EX hard, it's retarded. You can just derp yourself, or even
if you're at that point, it's just you probably already know what the difficult parts of a song are. It's you're probably not gonna try and attempt the EX hard. I'm not trying to attempt the EX hard Please Don't Go or 1 or 8, because I know they have those stupid sections in them.
What do you think, Matt?
I guess so.
I'm interested to see Matt's trying to put in his.
But honestly, I still see EX hard as kind of just a novelty thing. I mean, you fucking would never play EX hard all the time.
No way.
I'm not gonna fucking play Elemental Creation on EX hard just because I did it once. That's fucking absurd.
Yeah.
Because I mean
I
that took me
agree.
so many fucking tries.
Well, yeah. It really does come down to personal, I guess, technique limitations. Really, depending on how you play. I mean, since you're a wrist scratcher, there's probably a lot of things that you find a lot easier than me, because I don't, or everybody else, or so it's it kind of comes down to that, and like Don said, it comes down to other, if you're bad at scratch songs, then obviously EX hard doing red is gonna be really stupid.
Yeah.
But to some people, it's probably gonna be it could be one of their first. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah, I mean.
Kevin's been pretty quiet. I want to know what Kevin thinks about this. Kevin, what do you reckon?
Told like meeting some guys, or they can fucking EX hardcore like Beachside Bunny, but like can't beat fucking like Yeki and shit.
That's because all they do is play Beachside all day, every day on premium.
Or they're just good at one-handing shit. So okay, whatever. Just like I can just one-hand the whole song, and if you can like one-hand that whole song, like that song is like 20 times easy.
Oh yeah.
Like for sure.
Kevin, you still there? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, what do you reckon about EX hard ratings and things like that? Like making a list?
I mean, like this entire like rating thing in the first place. Like when most of us started playing, we didn't even have like click again ratings or anything like that. We just like
that's exactly what I was saying too. Like
we kind of just played the chart. Yeah, we just kind of played the chart. We just kind of learned what it looked like, and we just kind of dealt with it from there. We know what we're good at. We know what we're bad at. And so, like, as I started growing up as a player, I never really cared about the click against systems or anything like that, let alone, EX hard clear. And I'm still trying to EX hard clear a lot of 12s. I haven't really done a lot of it. Broken is actually one of the last ones that I did, as compared to Donovan doing it the first time. My first EX hard clear was a on accident. And it's just, I mean, at that point, click again, those ratings will tell you, like, generally, like, what's, like, a lot easier than the other. You can't really make too big of a comparison on that, By the time you play it already, you should already know what the chart looks like, and you should know your own strengths and weaknesses, and you shouldn't have to look at these numbers to be able to figure out.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah. Like, there's still a general trend for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, when it comes to normal and hard clear, there definitely is.
I feel like
but
when I was learning, like, I mean, I would ask, like, what are, like, good songs to go for when I was just getting into a level. Like, if I was just getting into 10s, I'd be like, what are some good easy 10s I should learn, like, on this style? Like, I would ask stuff like that, but then after that, it was just trial and error, like, figuring out, like, what worked for me, what was hard, what was easy.
I think it's very tough to even with just the general rating system, there's just some ratings which, it just very vaguely falls into that bracket. For example, I was talking with JDL last night about V2, and we spoke about V2 and he said, yeah, it's way harder to time and clear than probably V. Like, it's on par with V. And I was like, yeah, but V's a 12. Why isn't it a 12? Like, why is it rated an 11 in the first place?
It's harder than V.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like, it should be a 12 in my opinion. Like, when I played it again the other night, I was like, this is stupid. Like, how could you say this is easier than something like Special Summer Campaign? Like,
it might be just because V has kind of that jack at the end that can trip you up.
Yeah, but even then, it's just one
and
jab.
It has those notorious measures. There isn't.
Yeah, no, like
it's dense, but it doesn't have anything that really pops out with it that like sticks out.
To me, it's just a fucking gimmicky ass song. Like, if you get like the fucking perfect randomized song, it's like easy to fuck. Like, I can see it being easier to like 98 than like say fucking even V2. Like, I don't know. That's just me, but because I don't know. It seems like the stuff.
V2 is way more technical.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like, there's because like the fucking drum roll change. Like, it's not like the same like V, where it's like it's pretty much the same fucking slapping drum rolls.
Yeah, and the thing with V.
Like, I think I honestly have a higher score on V than V2.
Yeah.
Okay, see, one more thing that I want to bring up now that we bring up, like, slapping randoms and we're talking about EX hard clear and stuff. I mean, like, a lot of the songs that we hard clear recently, at the level that we're at, it's really random dependent.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's gonna be a lot of songs that we EX hard clear just because we got, a slapping random or, this beautiful random that, it happens once and we can't ever do it ever again. And that's what, that's a lot of what EX hard clear is dependent on. So we shouldn't really be putting it on numbers when it's all up on chance as well.
Yeah, no, that's a very,
I mean, just in the regular game in general, though, I mean, like, there's so many fucking songs that are random dependent, like, for the most part. But I guess, I guess hard, it just makes it worse, but, like, there's some parts, like, I freaking have EX hard, like, on non-random, but just because, like, the chart's just easier to mash. I don't know. That's just me, though. Like, Sigmund, I could probably only EX hard on Mirror. I mean, I could probably do it on random.
To be honest, like, I got what I considered a slap on Sigmund, and it made very little difference to.
Dude, no, that song.
Even with a good random on it, it's just so.
Is there a perfect slapping random for Sigmund?
I got a slapping random at the end.
Yeah.
Where it mattered.
Like, I don't think there is. Like, from all times I've played it, I've forgotten like what I would think is a good random. And every time I thought it did, it's like I just did worse. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
I've seen slapping randoms throughout it, but I've never seen one that's entirely one. The time I hard cleared it, the last measure is like right before that like 30-second burst or whatever near the end. There's like a bunch of like chords, like random chords, and I got them like all slapping in that part. And that's what saved me from failing it.
Oh, yeah, wow. that's the exact same random that I got when I triple A'd it. Like that's really what makes it for me.
I think it's just one of those songs where there's gonna be fucking no random. It's just like May, there's fucking almost no good randoms.
May, there's like 2.
Yeah, it's like really fucking rare. I mean,
it depends if you get whether you get the jacks though with May, isn't it? Like
no, if you get the jacks, then everything else is shit. Like it's really terrible.
Oh, okay.
Because there's like 2 randoms I've seen.
Yeah, there is like a slapping random on May, but like the best possible random you can get on that song is actually a slap random, but the fucking downside is like that last fucking stream of the hard part or the slowdown, it's fucking impossible. Because like it's normally like a staircase.
Yeah.
So like try fucking doing that. It's like the last part's just fucking impossible. Like I think when I hard cleared it, like it wasn't even a slapping random. It had to be like like the streams and had to be like closer to like a fucking staircase.
That's it.
That's one of those songs where it's like stupid. But like to me the best random on like May honestly is if you get the fucking jacks separated. That's like the only like
split on each hand. That's the only way you can really hard clear it. Timing is a totally different story, I guess, but
because I think even when I triple A, I didn't get a slapping random. It was just like the jacks are just fucking good. That's it.
Can I just point out in the chat, someone's written, their mum's listening to our chat, and she's been...
Yes, I work, and I also, I don't know,
I'm a full-time student, and I do work studying chemistry.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, see, we have lives.
You're not a full-time NASCAR driver?
Oh!
There it is.
Surprisingly not, I know.
Where the fuck is Alex?
Alex is on the phone at the moment. Alex is also a student. Kevin's working in a restaurant. He's a manager, and I am in Japan teaching. So yeah, to System's mum, yeah, we've got our lives. We're doing all right.
Yes, we do.
I love math.
You're doing pretty good.
I'm a full-time student with math too.
Yeah. Alright, well, Krillin will join us soon enough, and we can just grill him about stuff. Alright, well, we'll keep going with this, because it's good talking about the high difficulties. I mean, it's something which, I haven't been able to cover with any of the interviews so far. So, yeah. I mean, so you said, like, obviously, EX hard clearing is all about it, but, I mean, I reckon it all boils down to consistency. I mean, if you look at Dolce, and if you look at all the top rankers, it doesn't matter what kind of random they get. I mean, obviously, if they get a good random, it helps. But when Dolce got 22 greats in Resort Anthem on V, the random he got was, like, really average. It's like the most terrible random ever, and he still did as consistently as a slap.
Well, I think it comes down to, like, at least for me, when I play, like, a 10 or a 9, like, I can get, I guess, a shitty random, and I can still do pretty much as good as, like, my best almost. So I guess when you're
songs that f***ing easy, like, doesn't matter what you play it on.
I'm saying, like, maybe for top rankers, it's like, if they reach that point with some 12. So it's like V, they can probably do anything.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like still some songs, if you get a butt random, like it's just like okay, like pack it up, like nothing you can fucking do about that, like like on fucking Nageki, if you get a butterfly random, it's like okay, well, Jesus. just fucking pack.
But I just wanted to add something on that topic. Whenever I play with JDR, I don't know what it is, but anytime he picks a song, which is really random dependent, like Nageki or something like that, he always pulls the worst fucking randoms. And like, he's always like, oh please. And I told him at the end, I'm like, dude, you have the shittest luck with the randoms out of any person I've ever met. Because anytime we play, like, we get the absolute most appalling random you can possibly get.
I'll never forget when I was playing with Derek at round 1, we played Nageki, and we got, like, the best fucking slap in the world.
Oh,
I've never seen a slap that good ever again.
Oh, that was freaking good for your side.
I uploaded a video, like, 4 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
the first time I ever saw Slap Random, and I went back and looked at it recently on my YouTube page. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube page, by the way. Anyway, so I look back, and the 30 seconds were just like the most perfect I've ever seen for a slapping random. Like I've never seen a slapping random as perfect as that one.
Oh god, it's the holy grail, getting the slap on the game.
Okay, since we're talking like randoms here and like consistencies and whatnot, so I mean, this is I kind of want to bring this up. This kid, it's kind of a platform BMS shit, but like what I noticed that like when I'm playing like level 20 shit, like it doesn't really matter what random I have at that point. I mean, I guess it does. I don't know why. I mean, I guess like some songs like I said are like straightforward and whatnot. And like the songs like it fucking doesn't really matter what kind of random you get. Because I mean, like, you got like broken or like double A. Like, do you really notice? Like, you kind of do the same regardless.
To be fair, with double A, actually, when I was in Australia, I went to go and triple A it on Program World, and I can consistently triple A it, but the random that I got when I played it was probably the worst random I've ever seen. It was like the normal stream was almost a butterfly. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, but you waited.
Yeah, I double A'd it, but
yeah. Oh, you double A'd it. Okay.
I didn't triple A it.
Pack it up. No, but like okay. I mean, I guess I don't even I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Basically, like high level BMS shit.
Yeah.
Especially under like straightforward. It really helps with like your game.
Yeah.
Like for me, like I'm at the point where it really doesn't matter like what kind of random I get. Like, on like pretty much any song, except for like main. If I get like a 1-2 drum like jack, and it's like okay.
But that opens up another kettle of fish, which is your technique, because you play static, you play BMS style, you play wrist scratching. So.
Well, I mean, I do, but like if you ever see me play in the arcade, like it's weird. I don't and I do. Like it really depends. Like
looks like you. I mean,
yeah, for the most part I do. Like if I'm trying to like EX hard shit or like full combo something, okay, sure, I'm gonna fucking like. But if I'm like timing shit, then like I play way different. Like I'll still wrist scratch, but I don't wrist scratch. Like I kind of switch it on and off depending on the situation.
Yeah.
That's like that's where I usually get my best scores.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe one from the arcade if I ever get like one of those live game pros or something.
Yeah, now that I'm going back to Super, I could probably fucking stream from there, maybe.
Yeah.
Definitely can't do it around one.
GG round one. Have you had any news on that though? I saw someone posting saying that, asking about. Oh, I think it was you, Matt, asking about Poselli contracts or anything.
I posted in there asking about like Poselli and stuff because one of my friends made a post on like the official round one page about like big long thing about Poselli and what it was doing, and it got pretty much ignored. So we were kind of like, do they even care? So I made another post, and like one of the employees that I know there responded, and he said that they're working on it. So it's good to know that they at least are doing something or trying to do something about it.
The thing is, I don't think Japan could do this move without considering all of the arcades outside of there, because Asia's absolutely fucked. Like, Hong Kong's fucked. Singapore's fucked.
I don't know, I think it must have taken a lot on round one's part to get even EMUs here. Just that. So I think if they could do that, they might be able to pull Poselli. Like, I have no idea what kind of connections they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't see why not if they're like a Japan-based company. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the thing. They do have really strong ties with Japan and Konami.
I mean, like, I don't think that's like. Oh no, I mean, like I don't think that's the same for like even like the arcades out in Asia. I mean, if they're bringing like fucking like people for like top into like from Asia, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna like somehow implement into their system.
Well, they have to, otherwise the games are gonna die. They're just gonna die outright if they don't.
Pretty much, unless like they fucking did what they did before, like on a previous version. I don't think
players in Korea like fucking lips.
Oh, lips.
Okay, that's actually something. I'm looking at the chat. Someone's asking, what do we think of the rival system?
I think really good.
I know most, if not, some people get discouraged when they see their rivals get ahead of them real fast and at some point just quit the game for a while. What do you guys recommend or say about this? Or
turn your rival list off. If you're getting discouraged, just turn your rival list off. Don't focus on your rivals, because
this is actually
depends on how you take it. Really, I mean, like
it's something I'm relating to right now because I'm kind of rivaling Kevin right now, and since I'm already really far behind and I'm trying to catch up, every time he goes and plays, he always takes a huge chunk of my scores. So it's just kind of a back and forth forward. It's like I'm not really catching up.
Yeah, on EMUs it's the same thing. Every time he goes down to SoCal and plays on EMUs, he just like rips me and you on.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
What I normally do is like I kind of have my rivals set. So it's like I have one low rival, one really high rival, and like 3 mid rivals. I mean that's only possible because of EMUs, but like I always have. I think that I'm never really last, and if I am, then it's a score I can definitely raise. But I'm never really first, so I still have that push to kind of get better. That's why I still have JDR on there. I mean, honestly, there's been so many times where I'm like, why the fuck do I still have JDR rival? Like,
yeah, I've always, like the past year playing Tricoro, and I think that's what helped me get better a lot faster, is I made sure all my rivals were beating me. And they were beating me by fairly significant amounts. Like, not like overwhelming, like I'm not rivaling fucking Derek or something where he's beating me by like 500, I have 11 wins or whatever. But like people who are like I'm winning like maybe 200, they're winning like 400, 500, like something reasonable like that.
That's why I'm rivaling J-Chun.
Just pick one and go after them.
It's man, how do you think I feel? I can't even use a rival assist.
Well, just quit for Diablo for like another 5 months, and
then and then you'll come back and you'll be able to say par as us.
Yeah, just play double.
Yeah.
Maybe now we'll be on program world. Still, I'll be like, oh, okay, maybe I guess I'll try.
I mean, see, one thing that you really have to realize about 2DX is that like any other games, I mean, there's a satisfaction level as to where you're a casual player, and there's a satisfaction level as to where you're competitive and you want to beat other people. But the best thing about the game is that while you're beating other people, the general goal, the biggest goal, is that you're beating yourself. And you're improving your own scores, and that's why 2DX is more competitive, because you're generally trying to make yourself a better player instead of other games where you're trying to like think of like counter strategies or anything like that. It's not like that. That's why you always have to keep in mind when you're playing 2DX.
It's a really
as long as you're beating your own scores, then you're on your you're set to improve.
Yeah.
I still get mad when I beat my scores, but I don't beat my rivals.
That's what I was gonna say. Like without rivals, you might beat your scores and then like just kind of leave it there.
See,
so I feel like rivals give you that extra push of like, I still need to raise this more. Or, like I need to get better at this thing. Or
that's the great thing about playing with JDR at the moment, because with my schedule, I play with JDR and Nozomi once a week. So I play once with JDR where, he gets retarded scores. And I just sort of go, okay, well, screw JDR. Like, there's no way I'm going to keep up with him. I'll just focus on my own scores. Whereas when I go and play with Nozomi, he's one of my rivals. And we're really on par. Like, we're always within 20 to 30 points of each other. So I can focus on one of my rivals directly while he's there. We've got a healthy, active competition when we're both playing together. And, when I'm taking a break, he'll play Rival Chosenger, which is that folder where you've got, like, the active rival challenges and things like that. And I'll do the same thing. So, you've got to have a bit of both. Like, I wouldn't say focus entirely on your rival systems, and I wouldn't say entirely focus on just you, because you lose interest. So, it's an interesting margin. I think the way that I'm doing
better.
I mean, like, honestly, the way I see it, the best thing you do is just focus on yourself. Like, just from personal experience, obviously, because I don't really have any rivals on Program World, and like I'm pretty much just like raising the bar myself every time I fucking play, and I feel like that's probably like the best way you can get better is like not to like fucking salty at your rival because he fucking beat you on a song. If he fucking like blows you away on a song, fuck it, just go back to it later. Maybe it'll beat the fucking score. I usually view things like, if fucking like Matt beats my score on something, I can't beat it. Like I'll just go back to it later. Like
system. You were my best rival for about a week. I wish you stayed in the fight so I could have continued rivaling you. Like I've never felt that motivated in like the last maybe 6 months of 2DX, honestly. But My first rival, Patchy, was still probably my most even rival I've ever had in the game. That was back in the middle.
Yeah.
Honestly, like from like my opinion, like when you start when you score like high and you start seeing like you beat score by like 1 point, like it becomes like less satisfying. But like in actuality, like 1 point is a
1 point's
big
massive.
It's
like
I mean, like if you have 30 grades and you beat your score by like 1 point, that's like a fucking lot, actually.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, like, the last time, since you and I had an interview, Daniel, with me and Brian, the score ratio was like, was 190 to like 500, whatever bullshit it was. Like, the ratio was really bad. And what I was doing for the past couple of weeks was I didn't even look at the rival list. I just played all the songs. Like, I went to the losing folder on Brian's.
Yeah.
And I just played all the songs that I was losing at, one by one, without even looking at the rival list. I just played it. And then, like, without even really caring about how much of a difference that it is between me and Brian. Who the fuck is typing so fucking loud?
It's Don. Settle down with the typing, dude.
I'm sorry, I'm sending a message to Gabe.
Okay.
So I played every song one by one, and within the past 3 days, now I've made the ratio up to 260.
To be fair, though, Kevin, your scores on easy songs have become insane recently. Like,
yeah, fuck your scores.
I don't know what you've been eating or smoking, dude, but holy crap! Like, you're 98ing, like averaging a 98 on most 10s. It's just disgusting.
It's just mentality. I don't know. I just keep saying that, but it's mentality. Don't settle for anything less than just grades. And like, if you do, just fucking go home. Like, stop playing.
See, now you need
just
to say that for
just grades. That's it.
I'm like godly.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the
see, exactly. On my point of view, like, you guys are all telling me that I'm really good at scoring easy stuff, but like that really just doesn't matter. Like when it comes to meta game, like top players. Who's gonna care about that? What about like where do level 12s and level 11s come from? That's more important.
Honestly, like the way I see it is, you may as well just focus on harder shit, because I mean, like the better you get at harder shit, like easier shit become way easier.
Yeah,
that's how
that's how I've been approaching the game. I played mostly 12s because I knew that my timing would trickle down to easier stuff. The only problem I have playing easier stuff is it's more mentally taxing to try and focus on just great stuff.
It's really tough to time. Like, honestly, going and playing with JDR, who's just a natural at it now because he's played for so long. Like, when I try and time and like I'm actively focusing on it, it's just so much harder than when you're playing a 12. And it's just natural when you're just trying to hit the notes. Like when you've got to actively try and stay in between the fast and slows, and it's really stressful. Like I sweat like crazy.
That shit gets fucking frustrating.
Yeah.
Especially like, oh god, I don't even know. Like when I like play 12 and like say like broke it. Like I think my record is like 70 grades or something. Like if I get to the middle with like 50 grades, I'm already like, okay, fuck this. Like, ready. Like, and it's just frustrating as shit. But like that goes the same for like any easy song. Like fucking like at that point you get like 1 grade, you're like, okay, I'll pack it up.
I have 50 grades.
I'm done with this shit. Like I don't even know what's worse. Like I think getting like 1 grade on triggering in a sense is like to like fucking ruin your score is actually worse. Because it's just like, oh, like how the fuck did I miss that? It's so easy. Like
my last song I played on 2DX like a few days ago was Trigger Reminiscence, and I just rage quit it like 52%.
Yeah.
No, see like oh, go ahead, man.
Okay, it's like if you get like 5 grades in the beginning, there's really no point to keep playing. Like, really.
I was
grinding 2 grades. I mean, come on.
I was grinding Brazilian Fire, and then like in the beginning section where there's a break, like if I got 2 grades, I just quit because I was like, okay, I'm done. Like there's no way I can keep score.
That miss on my minus 25 score pissed me off so much because it was the first note.
Hey, at least like you did.
One note and it was sticking.
Hey, at least you didn't the fucking last scratching chord on fucking Fly Above when he had 0 grades.
Oh, that would hurt.
I don't know how that happened. Like, Dane's son just like, oh, nope. So you get 2 grades.
He's coming
it's like, oh yeah, fuck you, Dane's son.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Like I just wanted to cry. Like, it's like, oh well, fuck this shit.
Yeah. that.
Oh man.
You see him pull the power strip on it while you were like 100%.
Alright guys, so we've been talking for about an hour, seeing as it's my stream. I'm gonna wrestle control. I'm gonna turn to the chat, guys. If there's anything that you want to ask or suggest, just like how Don brought it up before, we're just gonna rant and keep talking. But if there's something you guys want to ask, like, feel free. Like, the chat's there for a reason. Like, if you want to ask anything, then yeah, we'll bring it up and we'll chat about it. And yeah.
Wait, so Matt, is it definite that you're gonna go back to Program World?
Yeah, definitely. Because there's really no point in me paying 5 credits, which is $1.25 for 3 songs.
And Matt, you're gonna bring Dickie back to Program World?
Derek's coming back to Program World with me too.
Awesome. I thought you would be all like completely against it, honestly.
Other Derek, not you, Derek. Dickie Derek.
Yeah. I'm on Diablo.
Yeah, you're on.
So's Dickie though. Isn't Dickie playing Diablo as well?
I don't.
I mean, who's not playing Diablo? Besides,
basically everyone here except
obviously
you.
Alex couldn't think about what he bought.
I'm not playing Diablo.
For all of you who don't know, Krellian went out and bought Reaper of Souls to go play it with Derek, without realizing that you need the original game to play it.
I'll probably start playing a lot more now because the arcade actually has 2 card readers on this new DDR they got, which no one fucking plays. So we're gonna grab those and put it at the machine at the mall, which is actually a godlike machine. It's like,
dude, take a picture of that machine. I really want to see it.
It's pretty much like R1's machine in Cali, but a fucking CRT. Like it has the new style buttons.
The best possible combo.
Yeah, the turntables are fucking like really good. But yeah, we're gonna upgrade that shit. So I'll probably play a lot more because I'm at where the machines are now. It's kind of far and kind of inconvenient. So I mean, like, not a lot of people want to go out there. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm just gonna turn to the chat real quick. I don't know if this person's trolling Derek or asking Matt a legit question, but what's it like being tall?
That's my brother.
I don't even see that question. Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, it's just in caps. But Derek, what's it like being tall? According to,
I'm not even tall. What the fuck? I'm probably like the same height as Don, or like Don might be even taller than me. I'm fucking
taller than
yeah.
me.
The first time I met,
I'm a fucking
the first time I met Derek, like the first time I met Derek, I swear to God, he was like 5'3", 5'4". Like, this guy's short as fuck.
Yeah,
and
then,
okay. Funny story. Like, I went down to SoCal for New Year's Eve, and then I went for like one day while Derek was there for a week, and then like he got picked up from the airport. He flew while I drove down with my friend, and then I'm giving Derek a ride to the car rental place.
Oh my God! Yeah.
I'm giving a ride to the car rental place with Derek, and Derek's in the back seat, and my car's it's a 2-door. So for him to get out of the car, he has to push the front seat down for him to get out. So he pushes it out, and he's getting out of the car, and he fucking like trips his foot on my car in some fucking way, some fucking how.
Told you, man, I fucking tripped over.
There was no right. No, shut the fuck up. No, shut the fuck up.
No, I tripped over all the fucking rice in that car, man. That was some
there was
like.
no rice in my car. There was no kimchi in my fucking car.
You had a fucking ricer car, and I tripped over the fucking rice. That's a I fucking straight up tripped. I'm a fucking clone, dude. Like.
There's pictures on my Facebook.
Flat. Like straight up, just falls face flat. And then 2 hours after, like we're at round 1 and we're all pretty hungry, and then we decide to go to like this Asian bakery or whatever. We drive around, and then Derek's getting out of his car, and then like I don't know what the fuck he's thinking. Like he has a set of keys in his hand when he's getting out of his car, his own rental car, out of the driver's seat. Like he fucking like, oh whoops, I dropped my keys into another car. And it's like completely under this like fucking SUV.
It was under the car.
Yeah, it was under the fucking SUV, and he's like, "Oh, I dropped my key. I don't know what to do." And then like he wouldn't even like try to get the fucking key. He made me go down.
I fucking tried. I'm just too fucking short.
You're too fucking short. Yeah.
So what we've learned from these stories is A, Derek is quite short in person to meet, and B, Kevin's car is full of kimchi. So there we go. That's all we need to know.
Speaking of my car died last week, so I don't have a car.
Oh no.
Gabe was asking, I guess, also how often you guys play with specifics. So, like, how many rounds per session alone or waiting in line? How many days a week?
I reckon we should go around the chat for this one because, yeah, this is a pretty good question actually. So, do you want me to kick it off and we'll go? Let's go alphabetically.
Yeah, you can start it.
All right, so Gabe, at the moment I'm playing quite a bit. Like I'd say 3 to 4 times a week. As I said before earlier in the stream, I play 2 arcade rounds per week at least. One with JDR and one with Nozomi. And then I have the odd session at home, which is usually about an hour to 2 hours. So I'd say per week I play about 8 hours, which is reasonable. Like an arcade session, I'll play about 5 or 6 credits. So that's on average. So yeah, all right, we'll move to Don. Don, how often are you playing now that the machine's moved?
Fuck me. Ever since the machine moved like right up the street from me, I've been spending at least 50 a week for the past like 3 months.
Oh wow! Jesus.
So it really depends on how much I play in a session because I'm very antisocial when I play 2DX. When I play 2DX, I go to play 2DX. I don't really go to socialize. So I want to play like uninterrupted as often as possible.
Yeah.
So I don't like being around other people. So I guess I probably come off like an asshole like that. It's just it's like when I go to play 2DX, I want to improve as much shit as possible. I prefer to play alone. I assume everyone else does too. But
alright, well we'll move to Kevin. Kevin, how about you at the moment? Because man, you're raping. How often are you playing?
One thing to bring up is that the only times I ever get high scores is when I do like a long session of grinding by myself, and like there can't be anyone else on the machine. Like it just has to be me by myself.
Yeah.
And one of the greatest thing about Sunnyvale Golfland is that you can buy like a 1 hour time card for $8 at any given time, and then with that time, for every minute you can swipe a credit into the machine.
Oh man! So you must have like...
if you time it perfectly right, you can get just about like maybe like 40 or 50 credits into the machine for $8. So
Jesus,
putting that so throwing that out there, like Tuesdays is my only day off of work. So usually like when I wake up on Tuesday, I usually wake up really early without having an alarm or anything. So I go to Golfland on Tuesday mornings at 10 o'clock. Buy a time card, and there's no one there on Tuesdays. They either have school, they either have work. So I just load up the fucking machine with as many credits as I can, and I play straight up just 40 or 50 credits of games, and that's the only way I could ever get high scores.
Wow.
That's just about like I play about like I don't just play standard. I play like free or step up, whatever. If I'm trying to really grind out a song.
Yeah.
But otherwise, besides that, like let's say like I usually stop by Golfland on like Friday nights, but that's like if you go there, there's like 5 or 6 people online.
Yeah.
That doesn't really count because I'm there for like just to more socialize, I guess, and just to play to have fun. Yeah.
Okay.
But just about on Tuesdays, like on the days that it really counts, I play about like 5 to 7 hours a day.
I think the scary part of it is that you can actually get all those really good scores on that really shitty machine.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have no.
I mean, see, that's the thing. Like, I grew up with that machine, so like that's where I learned.
I guess if you're used to it, it's fine. It's just oh my god, like every time I played on it, like I do so much worse, and I cannot do.
That's the thing. Like, whenever I go to round one. Whenever I go to round 1 and play, like it feels like I could play like really hard 12s or just whatever, just grind out 12s, play it all day, and I just never get tired. And that's one of the benefits of playing at Sunnyvale Golfland because it gives you so much, stamina, and you never fucking run out. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Speaking of fucking old machines, the machine at the arcade that we used to play at was like fucking horrible. Like I remember like going to Japan and playing, then like coming back, like it took me like a month to like readjust to like that shit because I didn't realize how bad our machine was. I'm like. Man, fuck.
I'm spoiled. Like no shit. The Nova machine that I play on it's godlike. I don't know what it is, like what they did to that machine, but it is perfect. Like
our machine's good too. I don't like the turntable as much. I like round 1's turntable the best. Like if I could take.
Let's keep on the question. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Don. Matt, how often are you playing? I'm curious because you frequent. You used to frequent round 1.
Well, no, I still do. I mean, obviously that's gonna stop now because of Poselli bullshit, but
yeah.
Typically I would go to round 1 2 or 3 days a week, Yeah, just about 2 or 3 days a week. And since my school's kind of close, it wasn't really inconvenient.
Yeah.
But when I would go, I'd usually sell off about $20, and $20 with all the bonuses and stuff usually gets me about 20 games. So I usually play 20 games whenever I go. That lasts me about 4 hours.
Ooh,
so I get a good amount of play in when I go to round 1. And the days that I don't go to round 1, I usually try to like play Program Sun for at least a couple hours just so I can keep consistent and everything.
Oh yeah.
So all in all, I probably play like 20 hours a week.
God.
Part-time
probably a little less. Yeah, just about a part-time job. But I have no idea how. I just kind of find the time. Like
you can't find the time. Man, I struggle for 8 hours a week. Like I don't know how the hell you do.
Well, it's like when I go to round 1, it's like there's never any lines. So like I get 3 to 4 hours of like solid play, and then when I'm at home, like usually when I finish all my shit, I usually have a couple hours before I have to like go to sleep or go do something else. So I usually just play Peace on.
Yeah, I just mentioned in the chat that I've actually had a 12-hour session before.
How did you feel after that?
I played. Too. It was 6 hours of BMS.
Wow.
And then like about a 20-minute break in between, 6 hours of regular 2DX.
See, actually, now that we're doing, like, I'm sorry to cut everyone off, but now that we're bringing this up, I'm actually planning something. I'm planning an event with Matt and one other surprise player. I'm not really gonna say anything as to what it is. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about like all the logistics and everything that we're thinking about. But we are planning something pretty big. Yeah. In my opinion, I don't know. Matt, is it pretty big?
It's pretty big, yeah.
Yeah. Can I join?
No.
Fuck you too.
But it will happen in about like 2 months, and it does thoroughly involve 2DX, and I will make an event on Facebook about it. But it does involve pretty long sets. Yeah, you guys will all be informed about it, and look forward to it.
That actually does remind me, not to event hijack. I have a sort of invite.
I don't care.
I planned May 2nd. That's going to be between me, DJ Vegeta, DJ Panda, and then DJ Gambler. And it's basically going to be kind of like a KAC style tournament where we're each going to like pick songs, like play them back to back. It's supposed to sort of see how well we can do against like our opponent's strongest songs. So I'm playing to strength that. Yeah.
Done. What about Siggy?
No.
Come on, guys. Let's keep it friendly. On that topic, actually, Matt, I spoke to Matt about this on the topic of tournaments. Now, if you don't know already, I'm holding off on the interview with Matt until he comes to Japan in late July, because I'll be able to interview him in live. I've got a microphone here and stuff, which I'm going to set up. It's going to be the real fucking deal for champion NASCAR.
Oh,
yeah?
man.
So get yourselves stoked for that. On top of that, I've spoken to all of the players that I met on last weekend about a prefectural tournament in this area. And you think sort of like, okay, it's only one area in Japan, but can I just highlight some of the players in this area? We have JDR, who holds a ton of prefectural records. We've got JDR OK, who's a freaking legend, like everyone knows his name. We have Rag. We have Hinata. We have RKS32. We've got massive...
RKS32.
Yeah. We have massive players. His name's Kenta, by the way. RKS32. Massive players here who have shown interest in doing this tournament. And we're trying to work out the details, but if it does happen, I'm going to see if I can get a live stream up of this prefectural meet, because...
So do you actually know Rag?
I don't know Rag, but a lot of people do know him. So I'm going to try and get through to him and see if he's interested in joining this prefectural meet, because...
So are you going to get to touch him?
If I could just touch it, just tap him on the shoulder. Oh, I would be like
do his laundry or something.
Can I just like, I don't know, tie your shoes, shine your shoes, or like, buy you a meal or something. Like,
suck his dick.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Whoa,
that's where all the full combat power will come from. All the semen flowing through her body. Anyway, we'll get off that. On the topic of Rhea, someone asked if I could get Rhea there. Rhea is also in my prefecture, but the issue with Rhea is she is heavily pregnant right now. Sorry to break all of your like wild fantasies about Rhea and how you're going to date her. She's pregnant with her second child, And for the next year or so,
I support single mom.
Yeah. So Ria's busy. She's out of commission. No one can meet with Ria at the moment because she's just too busy with the kids. So, yeah.
Why is Krellian talking on the chat but not talking?
Krellian, get off the fucking phone and join the chat.
This entire time this chat has been going on, you've been fucking inactive as fuck.
He's on like chat roulette. It's like a bunch of like guys drinking.
You can't even just like stop by and say hi.
Yeah, come on, Krellian.
No one knows what you sound like.
I know what he sounds like.
On the phone.
We had the interview with him, so we might have something. Wait, I think he might be joining. Wait for it. No.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, there he is. Hey, Krellian. There you are. Now you can hear Krellian's
that's
voice.
the stream.
Been
Thanks
like
for
a
watching.
hour.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, if that prefectural meet does happen, man, be stoked, because you're going to get to see Matt versus all of the best players in IG. Matt, are you up for the challenge?
He's basically going to get last place.
I'm going to get, like, fucked by RKS 32 and fucking... Well, I score, like, even with Rag, apparently, but if he picks, like, Elemental, obviously I'm fucked. JDR, I mean, who knows?
DARQs.
Yeah?
Can you call the tournament Yankee Go Home?
Yankee No, I'm not... I called it. I just gave it a general title, so then I just said Phoenix vs Aichiken, but yeah, we can change it to something like that.
Well, Yankee Go Home.
I was thinking maybe NASCAR Championship in Japan 2014, but I don't know if they'll get the pun. So.
Wow.
I don't think. Wait, I don't think we asked. Well, I think we all know the answer, but I don't think we asked Derek how much he plays now.
Oh right, Derek, how much do you play currently?
0.
Yeah, right now it's 0 because I mean honestly, I've been busy with shit. So man, the arcade that that was like right down the road, and they moved the machines to like some fucking ghetto area. I don't know. Went there like
Derek
Derek
quit because I beat his power dream score.
Yeah,
shots fired.
No, but back I was playing. I would play maybe. Like maybe I'll play like an hour before class if I felt like it. Like it would be mostly on weekends because I kind of like going down when like everyone else went down. I mean I'll go down when it's like I just felt like I just kind of want to play, but like I'd rather go down when like say like Darcy or like this few other players go down, which you only usually go down on Friday and Saturday. I mean it's just more fun to me that way. But but like on average I'd play maybe like maybe like 4 hours a week or something because I mean I was just busy with shit. Yeah. Like especially now I don't really have time to play. If I ever do get time, then I'd be on the weekends, but like recently I've been waking up like at like 6 a.m. and like I'm doing shit and I'm just tired by the time I get to my free time nowadays, so I don't really play. I mean I've been playing like Omnimix at home like for a little bit, but I mean it's fucking awful. Like I don't
That's because you don't have an awesome board. You need to get an awesome board.
Well, man, actually, I mean, good thing because my roommate actually just. I don't know if he's getting like the schematics or something, but he's gonna make 2 boards.
Oh, that's good.
So, I don't know when that's gonna happen.
On that topic of awesome boards, actually. Yeah. I wanted to ask Matt about his awesome board because as we all know, Matt got his board. What do you think, Matt?
It's not AC perfect, but it's really close.
It is very, very close, though, isn't it?
It's really close, but like it still does not feel 100%.
That's why I said 98 to 99 because like it is extremely consistent. It is like amazing.
It's way more consistent than the Dow board, but
it's just got the tiniest kinks in it, and I don't know what it is. I think it's just because of like I don't know. I still think it comes down to the programming, and I know Tao's going to kick my ass for saying this, but
the biggest thing is. I don't know what it is, but the turntable feels like almost too sensitive.
Yeah.
Like, it's impossible to time like red. It's impossible to time red or black or anything because I just get fast scratches all the time. And like normally I do everyone hits scratches fast.
Yeah.
But like I get like great streams, like regular great streams of fast, and that's like really abnormal for me. So
yeah. Oh, okay. Well, all right.
It's like the time scratches on a fucking board or whatever board, like default DAW board.
The default DAW scratch is absolute arse, man. Like I had players who can consistently hard clear Shakunetsu playing on this turntable, and they're like, "What the fuck's this, man?" Like it just feels too weird, and it's not because the turntable's small.
It's horrible. Like I can't even hard clear beachside, but die like in the first half of the song. Okay, well.
Yeah, I couldn't hard clear beachside bunny on a DAW board, and like the day I got the arson, I tried it once and I got it. Oh, yeah. So it's way easier to hard clear stuff, but like my black score is actually with the DAW board, not the arson.
That's really, really interesting that you say that.
Yeah.
By the way, apparently we're all pronouncing it wrong because it's supposed to stand for arcade input. So it's arc-in, not arse.
Yeah, I said arc-in before, but I thought it was actually arsing because that's what you were calling it, so...
Well, that's how you phonetically say it. Freaking put a K in it.
Fucking Kangaroo Town, I guess.
Yeah, no. Go back and cuddle my kangaroo in shame. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, you gotta go wrestle your co-op.
Them drop bears, they'll get you guys. I'll get you. Alright, is there anything else that anyone wants to ask?
Someone asked about Dane, but...
Dane's son.
Dave asked about Dane's son. But
oh, look, the thing is, we've got that documented in an interview.
It's all in
now.
the interview.
It's all in the interview with Derek, so go check that out on my YouTube because he goes into like massive detail about Dane's son there. So
okay.
He's the legend.
Talk about timepiece charge notes. Why it's a 12.1.
That's a 12.1?
Actually, it's like a 10. It's like a 10.1. It's easier than Alicia Hyper.
What do you mean, man? Zerkfeed is like a fucking like a 1.0 according to Dane's son. Like you like came up to us one day. He's like, "Oh, Zerkfeed is easy." We're like, "Are you smoking something right?"
Derek, have you tried Zerkfeed another?
On double? I obviously tried. I did try it on double. I'm like, this is stupid. Like
it's full of shit. Like it's fucking impossible.
I'm like, what is Dane's son smoking? Like, oh my goodness.
Kevin, I need you to give me your address right now over stream so I can send you a Chinaman hat.
You're gonna send me?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a Chinaman hat.
Over the Kaiden.
Oh, yeah. You don't even wear the shirts I fucking bought you, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, when are you gonna put on the what is the best in the world shirt?
I've worn them numerous times. I just never end up wearing them during the stream.
No, you have to wear them every time you play 2DS.
I was actually.
Come on, man! It's gotta be religious.
You need to wear them every time you're awake.
Oh, I still gotta get Matt the fucking Jimmy Johnson shirt. That shirt's so fucking good. Making it rain champagne. Like, you gotta wear that shit to Japan too.
For all of you people out of the loop, I've got to catch up the chat, or anyone who's not in this, because Matt comes from a very, let's say, what is it, Anglo family.
He's fucking white.
I'm
white as fuck.
I'm like half German and like half other European.
We all presume that he is heavily into the fine, majestic sport that is NASCAR.
Because that's what white people
That's apparently what all the white people
do. They watch NASCAR and drink Bud Light.
Exactly. So.
Oh no, it's Coors Light, man. That's the official beer of NASCAR. Every time I walk out of my girlfriend's place, there's like this liquor store, and there's a big fucking sign that says Coors Light, official beer of NASCAR. And I always want to take a picture of that and just send it to Matt. But yeah, I don't want to go across the street though.
Also, Kevin is trying very desperately to get with Matt's dad.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
Story time.
That shit. Yeah. All right.
Oh my god.
So, one of the first couple of times I went to SoCal, I used to go like once every like 2 or 3 weeks, or so, and then one of the first couple of times I went to I spent the night at Matt's. because I don't have to pay for a motel or anything, and it's pretty cheap. Fuck, I can't believe I'm telling this.
That's alright. It's cool, man. It's cool.
So then so like we kind of stream and we just like fuck around and whatever, and then when like when I'm about to sleep, I sleep in Matt's room, but I had to sleep on the because Matt and his brother have their own separate beds where it's like it's whatever, they're sleeping on their beds, and there's only enough space for me on the room for me on the hardwood floor for me to sleep on with like one blanket, And the other thing is that Matt fucking loves cold weather for whatever reason it is. So he likes sleeping in cold weather, like so he blasts the AC, and he gives me like one thin blanket to cover myself up for
what
it.
What a generous man!
I fucking asked you. I'm like, hey, do you need anything else? You're like, no, I'm fine.
Oh yeah, I see. Okay, well I didn't know. Like I woke up in the middle of the night. Anyways, yeah, I woke up in the middle of the night and it's like it's freezing. It's freaking cold. So then like I try to deal with it. I try to sleep a little more, but I can't deal with it. So I remember it's like, hey, I remember there was a blanket in the living room. So I go into the living room and there's no lights. So I'm trying to like navigate myself through with no lights whatsoever. So I'm kind of like touching everything. I'm touching the wall and touching the sofa and everything to see where I am. And then right when I get to the sofa, I actually like put my hand down on the sofa, and then the first thing I touch is Matt's dad's face. Because he's sleeping on the couch for whatever reason. So like I just straight up touch him in the face like really gently. And then like as soon as I put my hand down there, he's like, what the and like he's like, hey, what are you doing? And then and he wakes up and he's like, I'm really sorry, it's not what it looks like what am I supposed to say? I can't say anything. So
have you been back to Matt's house since?
No, I have not.
I'm waiting for you to go back, and instead of being like, "Hey there, boy."
Oh, my dad still makes fun of it. He's like, whenever he's like, whenever I talk to Kevin, he's, oh, is that the guy that touched me in the face?
So is that worse than? Is it worse that you touched his Matt's dad's face, or that I couldn't pass chopsticks Kaiden?
Oh, here's another in-joke.
Okay, alright, so Donovan and I, obviously Don lives in Vegas and I live in NorCal, and then we planned this thing for a while where we can both go to SoCal at the same time for us to be able to hang out. And then, I'm a really avid fan of ramen altogether, so I made the drive along with, Don's friend Mike for us to be, what is that?
Cat hair.
Okay. Anyways, we make the drive to go to a ramen restaurant, and then we wait a while in line, and then like once you get seated, we order a ramen, and we all get a ramen, and then freaking Don's like sitting across from me, and then like he's in clear sight of me, and the first time he tries to pick up his noodles from his ramen, like it just fucking slips off, right?
I don't know. I seriously don't know what it was that I could not pick up those noodles, but I had no problem when we had ramen a week or two ago here.
So then I'm like, okay, well, whatever, that's okay, maybe he has to try again. And then he can't fucking eat ramen with chopsticks for whatever reason. So this entire 40-50 minutes that we're at this ramen restaurant, he's trying to eat ramen, but he can't fucking eat it with chopsticks. This guy is so fucking Mexican or white, wherever the fuck he is. He just can't. I don't know where the fuck he's been for the past 22 years.
He needs to be wrapped in a burrito.
My question is, how does Matt know how to use chopsticks? That's fucking blasphemy,
So much shit
for a moment I was not the whitest person at that restaurant. It was great because once Don got a fork, because he was that dude that had to ask for a fork.
No, see, that's the thing. Don was too embarrassed to ask for a fork, so I had to ask for a fork for him. And then after I got him that fork, he felt so embarrassed and he felt so bad that he lost his appetite that he did not eat his ramen.
And then he grinded chopsticks Kaiden for the next 3 weeks, and now he's got a good clear percentage on it. And
it's okay. I'll take a fork over chopsticks just because I'm just fucking lazy.
Mr. Gorilla over here. That's the other thing, because Derek's from Hawaii and he's got.
No, but I do use chopsticks all the time just because I don't want to wash dishes. I can just fucking throw them away.
Can I just point out that we've been listening to Evolution for over an hour?
Yeah, I forgot that the stream is listening to Evolution and has it this whole time. That has to be terrible.
I should have been listening to
It is not terrible.
Okay, well, fucking
guys
any
can-
song for like an hour and a half.
Why don't you just play? Why don't you just play Voxa? That's like Matt's favorite song. Like when he sees that video, he just goes fucking Nitro, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Darks, I have a question. for
Yeah.
you. Did you clear Pluto?
No, I can't clear Pluto. It's impossible.
God, it's not that bad. Holy crap! Like,
Honestly,
Hey,
it's not
you
even the
fucking
tempo
people.
thing.
There's something wrong with
you-
me. Okay, like
Oh,
seriously.
you fucking play DDR. Shut the hell up. White
thing
people
with
are good.
Pluto-
White people are just good at fucking DDR.
Daniel played DDR too, though. So he
I
has no
double
fucking-
like Pluto on DDR. That's the worst part.
So there you go. He knows all the
Oh,
songs.
Daniel's not white. You guys are like, I don't know. White people are good at speed changes, I guess.
See, I never hated Pluto because of the tempo changes. I hated it because the chart's just so bad. Like the
Chart's
chord
terrible.
pattern just fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chart's pretty terrible. I don't know why Jason likes it so much. Like,
Because Jason likes
Jason's
the worst things in 2DX.
Yeah, he really does.
A fact. You
Yeah, he
will go
likes
up
Scream
and play
Squad, too.
First Samurai and Judecca like every fucking round, and it's like
Wait,
those
Judecca's
tracks
Jack is
are so
okay,
bad.
but fucking.
Hey, I like
They're good
lovely.
songs,
I like
I just
lovely
hate the
radio.
Guys, did you know that Judecca's not swung? Just wanted to point that out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Quasar's
Shining World's really swung though.
Nah,
Shining
Quasar's
World's
pretty
swung
swung
the
too.
flex next.
Alright, no.
Hey, Lovely Radio is like my favorite song.
Yeah. Alright. Wait, well, before. Alright. We've been chatting for like an hour and a half. I didn't expect this to like carry off onto a tangent about like touching Matt's dad's face and how Don can't use chopsticks. But there's a bit of character history for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm just looking through the chat. I don't see any stuff, any other questions or anything like that anyone's asked. So I'll give him like 30 seconds to ask like I don't know, closing question. I really just wanted to like discuss we discussed everything I wanted to, which is just the changes to the game with like the new legacy, like legendaries and the Poselli stuff, and obviously then covering 12s a bit because I mean everyone's got a lot of experience with it. So I don't know.
We can discuss lovely radio.
How to deal with speed changes, Auric. None of us can cover that in a lot of detail because
I can.
Yeah, you fucking just
Figure-
use floating high speed.
yeah, it's floating high
Yeah,
speed.
figure out like what floating high speed to set it at so that it like comes down normally, and then use a hat. About it.
Yeah, just play the song a lot and cheat. I don't know.
Yeah, see, the thing with me, and I'm pretty sure it's with Daniel as well, is that we can't do fucking Kaiden because we can't deal with high-speed changes.
No.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
So-
only reason. No, seriously, that is the only reason because I cannot
Yeah.
read May.
If it helps, honestly, guys, if it helps, if you have an issue like you can't adjust the speed at the end of Famiko, I know you don't have that issue, Darks. I don't know if you do, Kevin. Use smart judgment.
Oh yeah.
No,
that
like,
actually helps a lot.
It didn't really help for me. Like, I definitely
Well,
did try
then
it.
stop fucking sucking.
Well, stop fucking losing to me, you piece of shit.
Hey, we
And then,
try to take time.
No, in all honesty, the fucking way I deal with speed changes is honestly, if you look at where you fucking see the grates and your combo appear and whatever, just look below that freaking line. It helps so much. Or just focus on the fucking like notes when it goes into the grate. So you kind of use that as like a shader.
That's
what I
us.
started doing.
Yeah, that's what I did for
That's
Pluto.
that's what I do most of the time. If
I've
I
done
I
can-
mean, you
Yeah,
can use
for, like-
hat, and it'll make it so you're not looking at as many notes. But I mean, you still need to know where to read when you're reading slow.
Wait, so Derek, when you do slowdown parts, do you not use a hat at all? Like, do you?
No, I never use a hat.
That's
Okay.
fucked, and you triple A Himiko doing that. Wow.
All right, well, Dom, where's my hat?
Is there a best in
Wait,
the
who
world
was
hat?
that? Was that Derek or Kevin?
That was
Okay.
Kevin.
Your hat? I need your address.
You want me to put it on the stream?
No, send it to me later.
All right, sounds good.
Alright. Well, I guess with that, I guess we should call it a day with the stream because otherwise we're just going to be like paying each other out for the next 3 hours. So,
Shout out to
Just
Alex.
circle
for
jerking
being on
time
the
to bust
phone all
out.
the time.
yeah, shout outs to Krellian for saying absolutely nothing this whole
Just that
stream.
one sentence.
Yeah.
He just looks like that random fob dude. That's just kind of like you're on Tiny Chat and you just get some random anonymous guy. Going, shit. That's
Yeah,
him
yeah.
right now.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, is it over?
Yeah. Oh, well,
Wow.
surprise!
Yeah,
I've been talking for an
I-
hour and a half. And
Like, we know you're talking to your bookie about the hockey games, but you know you can
Yeah, true.
there he is.
you can hold that shit off for later.
Yeah.
Thanks for your contribution.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks for like contributing all of your Kaiden knowledge to us.
Yeah,
Is
but
this still
I
streaming?
know.
Yeah. We're still on stream, but
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna call it quits because I think we covered everything and
Yeah, I need to go to bed. I gotta get up at like 3.5 hours.
oh shit.
Oh,
All right. Well,
shit.
we better let Don go. Thanks for watching, guys, so much, and
He's an adult.
yeah, it's been fun. Peace out, guys.